I told some girlfriends that I was going to be talking with you, and one of my friends sent me a text message, and she said, in my TikTok research, I'm generally confused about order of serums.
Yes.
And do the serums really work?
Yes.
So you would say yes, right? Especially with this vitamin C.
Yes. So, okay. First of all, TikTok is dangerous because oh my gosh, there's so much out there. There's so many serums. There's so many products. And it's starting to target these 10, 11, 12-year-old girls. So it's like,
Yes.
who knows what to believe and what actually works. And so I will tell you this, in regards to what works, stick with the 3 that I told you. And I'm speaking just for women, between ages of 30 and up. Okay. When you're really wanting to target things that are going to slow down the aging process and produce as much collagen as you can.
Welcome to 3 Little Fishes. We're 3 sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes. We had mom and dad for Thanksgiving, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And
Full
Riley
house.
had a tournament in San Diego, so we got to have a little soccer and a little vacation. But you guys, we got a flat tire on our way to San Diego.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so we're on the 5. It's late. It's getting later. It's super dark out. I was asking Tim a question, and then I noticed he's looking at the gauge, and you know how the tire pressure pops up and lets you know, alert, hey, you might need air. It was like a balloon. The numbers just went. It just went. He couldn't get over fast enough as the air was coming out of this tire.
Yeah, you ran over something.
So Tim's like, we can totally fix this tire, but it's really dark out. It's a very busy highway. It's after Thanksgiving. Are people drinking? I don't know. So we just thought for safety wise, you
don't want to get run over.
No one wants to be on the news.
And so we called OnStar, and you guys, they were great. They came super fast. And the tow truck guy was super nice. And he's like, you're lucky I came because we're not really, my company's not sending people out anymore because they're worried about drunk driving. So he helped us change the tire quickly. But, Dad loves to watch and he wants to be helpful. So he kept easing over this poor guy trying to quickly change his tire because he's like, I don't want to be on the side of the road either. And we kept saying, Dad, move away because
you're going to driver's side and then you were pulled over to the right of the highway? Yeah.
Yes.
So you were exposed to all the speeders by you.
Yes.
I got you.
And we're like, please stop looking over this poor man. And so you don't get hit by a car.
Well, he's so used to changing tires, Nancy. I mean,
how many tires have we changed over the years? Many. Remember that one summer we went up to Canada and the trailer blew tires twice?
I think it was actually more than that.
4 tires at least, right?
We stopped at every tire place to buy new tires that trip. It was crazy.
So that was our excitement over our holiday, a flat tire on the 5.
It sounds like fun.
How about you all? How was your break?
So I had everybody home for Thanksgiving, and we kind of were by ourselves for the actual Thanksgiving meal. But during the day, we had a friend's house to go to for some football adventure and an oyster
you don't
party
eat oysters.
Yeah, I didn't partake in the oysters, but it was fun going to other people's houses that day.
Yeah, see what everybody does.
Did you say, I'm sorry, I don't eat this?
This is a hard pass for me.
Having the boys home, I have to say, I am tired. The partying and the shenanigans
What shenanigans? What do you mean by shenanigans?
There's just like a lot of like the energy, the pre-partying at our house, you know, what they're doing. They were out all night. Like,
I understand.
You know, it's not like I'm like up every hour making sure that they're home, but you realize they're not home. You know, you don't sleep well. So, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of shenanigans at my house too.
You know, I forgot to tell you too, we also went down to the city because the Bears played the Eagles on Friday, and my good friend had a tailgate, like a real big tailgate.
Go Bears.
And she invited us all to come. And I had never done that before, and it was actually super fun.
I bet that was fun.
Even though we lost, like it was fun.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Like, you grew up a Bears fan. So your allegiance is now to the Eagles?
You know, it's so funny because Rich asked me that too, because he was like, Kathy lived in Chicago. She grew up in Peoria. Why would she ever cheer for the Eagles?
I never loved the Bears because the Bears always stunk. Like I just
so you're a fair weather fan. That's what I'm hearing.
I don't know.
Chicago sports can be tough.
The Bears coach, I really like the new one. What's his name?
Ben Johnson.
He's like, what is he? He's like good, better, best. I love it. Good, better, best.
Yeah. I think he's like 39 years old or something. Like he's this young guy and he's just killing it. So it's fun.
You know, speaking of sports, you know, it's really exciting in our house too, is that Indiana football is doing so well too. They're number 1, right? Or number 2, right behind Ohio State.
I was going to say the Ohio State's number 1.
Oh, the Ohio State.
The Ohio State. Say it right.
I mean, oh my gosh.
I know. You have to say the.
No, I don't. I mean, I would say they need to get over themselves, but
they can't.
Indiana plays the Ohio State for football for the championship, right?
Yeah, that should be good.
The Ohio State and Michigan game was on over the weekend, and that was something to watch.
Yeah.
So Ohio's it's no joke. They're doing great this year. So
they are, but I feel like it's somebody else's turn. So come on, Indiana.
Well, we have a lot of friends who have kids at IU right now, and so I would like for them to do well, but we'll see. It's just hopefully it'll be a good game. But, you know, Thanksgiving is always fun for that. Like it's fun to watch the sports. It's fun to eat. It's fun to just like hang out. We just were at home with our kiddos. It was just the 5 of us, which was super nice. We got to eat in our dining room. You know, we've been under construction, so I cleared things out a little bit and we were able to eat at our dining room. And then we got to play some board games together as a family, which was fun. And
your middle turned 21. So happy birthday.
Our middle turned 21.
Yeah,
so that was super fun. And we went downtown for a little bit and we went and saw a magic show, which was fun. And yeah, it was great. So But now I spent the day kind of finishing the transition from Thanksgiving/fall to Christmas because I'm having a cookie exchange on Friday with some girlfriends, which I cannot wait for. But today, as I was kind of midday, I was like, why did I do this to myself? Like, I feel so tired. But now I'm set up and I'm ready and I'm excited. So I can't wait to see everybody.
You'll probably be happy like once you do it. Like once you're in the moment, you'll be happy.
Yeah. So we just had Thanksgiving. Did you guys do any like Black Friday shopping or Cyber Monday shopping or any of the online deal things? Did you guys do some fingers do the walking?
Did because one of my sons told me some things he wanted and they were on sale. And I was like, I got to get those before they go off a sale. But I have one son that hasn't told me anything. And I'm like, you're going to get cold.
Nothing. I actually saw a recipe online for like honeycomb coal and you put it in like a little burlap bag and you coat it with cocoa that has been dyed black. So it looks like coal. So you cut this like honeycomb, which is kind of like peanut brittle-y. And then you smash it and you have these chunks and you roll it in this like colored cocoa and it looks exactly like coal. And I was like, I mean, it's such a cute idea, except I don't know if I know anybody that I'm giving coal to anybody, but It's a cute idea, right? I don't know. So one of the things I was asking you guys about shopping is, our middle child had a birthday and she asked me for a couple of like cosmetic things, Metacube. They had a couple of retinol pads and face wash that she really wanted. And then Charlotte Tilbury is a makeup line that she really likes. It's very clean. And then because I'm obsessed with lipstick, I think if I was trapped on a island and I had one cosmetic thing, it would be lip gloss. So Scarlett Johansson, the actress, because every actor has their own line of something, has a cosmetic line, and hers is the Outset. And her lip gloss, I bought a couple of different lip glosses. It's actually very nourishing and I really, really like it.
Okay, so this is a good segue. So Kim Engelhardt was on a couple weeks ago talking about menopause.
Mm-hmm.
And for our part 2, we're talking about skincare.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to go visit threelittlefishes.com/show notes and subscribe to our show so you can get all the things, the recipes, all the things that we talk about. All you have to do is give your email and it's free. All right, here's our interview with Kim.
So Kim also does cosmetic skincare, and she has worked with me for I think 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think so.
And our girls have come to see you. I think they both want to come see you when they get home at Christmas. And I mean, look at how gorgeous her skin is. So one of the things that you do for me, you've given me, I think they call it, you call it PPL, but it's like in general, people
IPL.
call it that vampire.
PRF.
PRF.
Yes.
That vampire facial I got like once, and I've done microdermabrasion to try and rejuvenate my collagen. And there's like so many things. I'm like all about the collagen.
That is the name of the game. If you can help stimulate collagen, that's what we're trying to do. Because as we age, it's like our progesterone. Bye. It just leaves. And so the more you can do things to help stimulate more collagen production, that's when you're going to get more volume, more plumpness, more brightness to your skin.
So is there like a treatment for a facial that does that then that people should look into?
Well, so there's so many things, but I'm a big advocate for what you can do at home is going to make the biggest difference. And then when you come in to see someone like myself, or you can have an actual procedure done in office, if you're doing the things at home, you're going to get a much better result for your in-office treatment. But so I think there are 3 things that everybody needs to be doing. And it's simple things that you can do at home. Number 1 is to use a vitamin C serum. Because it's an antioxidant, so it helps you. What happens is everything was trying to attack your skin. So the free radicals in the atmosphere, smoke, pollution, all that, it attacks your skin cells and starts to break down that collagen. So vitamin C is something that helps to deter that. And it's, and helps to protect your skin cells from that breakdown. It also helps to brighten your skin, and it helps with pigmentation. So vitamin C is a must. The deal is vitamin C's are a dime a dozen. So you can go and you can find vitamin C in so many things. You just want to make sure you get a good vitamin C. So that's kind of the tricky part. And there are several that I like, but a good vitamin C. The next thing is to wear sunscreen every single day.
Yep.
And you need to have a SPF factor of 30 or higher, and preferably a mineral-based sunscreen. So it's blocking those UVA and the UVB rays. So a lot of people don't want to wear sunscreen because it feels thick and heavy and goopy. So my advice is find one that you're willing to put on every day. And even if that doesn't meet all that criteria that I just said, any sunscreen is better than none. But that's the best.
Are you familiar with Ulta MD because that's like what I
Mhm.
use. And I
Yes,
think we've promoted it
it's
on our
yeah.
podcast before, but it does have the mineral that you're talking about.
Yes, I really like
Yeah.
Elta. So, and you can get
Okay.
it easily online. So that's a great
Mhm.
one. It comes in like sheer and has some that are tinted as well.
Yeah.
So vitamin C, sunscreen in the morning, and then at night you need retinol. You need,
Oh,
Mhm.
retinol, yeah.
and my preference is prescription tretinoin, which is good old fashioned retin A. That's going to
Mhm.
give you the most effect. It's the most potent form. It's pure retinoic acid. So if you can tolerate that, and if you can get somebody to write your prescription for that, that's what's the best. Because what retin A is doing for you, it's promoting collagen, it's promoting the growth of new skin cells more quickly, and it
Mhm.
helps with exfoliating off the dead cells. So it makes your skin a little bit more bright, a little bit more youthful, helps with texture. I see
Mhm.
women's skin texture really improve when they start using their Retin-A more regularly. So those are kind of the three things you can do at home
Yeah.
that are going to make a huge difference in your skin. And
Mhm.
then,
You know, I had a question, Kim.
yeah.
So my kids, I've been prescribed retinol by the dermatologist for myself, and then my kids have used retinol for acne as well. And
Hmm.
then sometimes when I run out, I steal theirs. Like, does it?
Yep.
Well, I do. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it,
You got to do what you got to do.
right.
It's a family product. I mean,
It is a family thing. That's what
it
I
is.
think. Is like any strength okay? Because sometimes
Yeah.
I think one of my sons had pretty severe acne and like they upped
Hmm.
the strength of it. Does it matter? Or is it just what your skin can tolerate?
Yes. So you will never want to just jump right in. If you've never used it at all, you don't want to jump right in with the top dose, like the highest strength. So generally it comes in either like a 0.025, a
Right.
0.05, or a point 0.1. So with my ladies, I look at their skin, I kind of assess what kind of skin are we starting with. If you're super sensitive, I'm going to start you on the lowest, let you
Hmm.
go through a whole tube of that, and then see how you do. And then we can slowly increase the strength. And so if you can tolerate it, the higher strength is going to be better for the aging properties that it helps with. But
Mhm.
if you just simply can't tolerate the highest, then something below that is still very beneficial if that's what your skin can tolerate. So the thing about it is so many people don't want to use it because they'll start using it and their skin gets red, flaky, itchy,
Mhm.
irritated, and they
Yeah, the
give
dry
up because
skin is hard.
nobody likes that. So you have to really just baby step the process. I recommend people just start with like maybe twice a week,
Mhm.
do that for several weeks. And during that process, know that you're going to have some of those reactions and just stick with it. Don't give up. And then your skin adjusts and you stop
Mhm.
having quite as strong of a reaction.
Now, what about microderm abrasion?
So, are
Because
you,
that's an in office. Like
yes,
sometimes
now,
there are some of those like over
yes.
the things like TikTok has them where you can
Hmm.
like buy this like thing that pokes your, you could do it yourself, but
So I think what you're referring to maybe is microneedling.
oh, microneedling.
Oh,
So I mean, there is microdermabrasion and then there's microneedling, but micro needling is more of the poking like little
Yeah.
tiny holes into your skin. Um, yes, it's my favorite. I absolutely love doing microneedling treatments on women and men because it's a very effective treatment. Basically, you like it says that you're poking, you take a little device. I use an electronic or electric pen, not a
Yeah.
roller type, and it just punctures little tiny holes all
Yeah.
over your skin. You're numb, so it's not an uncomfortable procedure. But what happens is it does a small trauma to your skin, and so when you're injured, you heal. So during that healing response is when you're doing all the good things like producing more collagen and elastin, and so in the end you have more glowy skin, improved texture, decreased pigmentation, and it's not a once and done treatment. It's kind of like going
Yeah.
to the gym for 1 month.
Hmm.
You're going to start to see some changes, but if you go to the gym 6 months, you're going to see even more changes. And if you get to a point where you just go regularly, you're going to keep that, benefit. So with microneedling, I usually recommend to try to do 3 treatments spaced about a month apart. And then that's kind of like the boot camp. And then once you do that, if you can do 1 or 2 treatments a year, I think that's really beneficial.
Okay.
In addition to doing the at-home products.
Right.
So microneedling is my favorite. It comes with very minimal downtime. Like you're going to have some redness for a few days. And that can even be reduced depending on if you choose to put any additional products with it. Like Lynn, you mentioned doing the vampire facial. So that's when I draw your blood and spin it down, and I take just the platelets from your blood. And the platelets are full of growth factors that help you heal. And so you kind of just smear that on your skin and microneedle at the same time. So those growth factors help you heal faster and help it's kind of like fertilizer, if you will. You get to put fertilizer. So you heal faster, you get a better result. And there's other options too that I use.
I mean, I thought that was I did that with you. I look like a crazy person leaving because you leave with this like blood all over your face. Like you look crazy. But
so worth
it did help.
So worth it.
I mean, it's so worth it. Yeah.
I love microneedling. Microneedling and IPL are probably my 2 treatments that I recommend the most. And IPL is, it looks like a laser. It sounds like a laser. It's technically not a laser, but it's a machine that I have in my office, and it basically targets anything brown or red in your skin. So it's looking for sun damage or redness due to some people have rosacea, or
can you just dip your whole body in that? Because
you can do it.
I have sun damage on my legs and shoulders and arms and neck everywhere. Just dip me.
You can do anywhere there's skin, you can do IPL treatment on. And I love it because again, it also stimulates collagen. So you get usually about 3 to 4 weeks after your treatment, people are starting to feel a little bit more glowy. Their pores look a little bit more tight. Their skin, complexion is just more even, less pigmented. So, and very little downtime. With IPL, you're going to walk out looking like you got slapped in the face and it's red, but by the next day, most of that redness is gone, and you can wear makeup even the same day of treatment.
Well,
so it's
often
easy.
do you have to repeat the IPL?
IPL, again, rarely is a once and done treatment because pigment is deep. So what we see on the surface is just like the tip of the iceberg with our pigment.
Right.
And what happens with IPL is it acts like a magnet. So it kind of zaps onto that pigment and then pulls it up, and it will flake off in about 10 to 14 days. And so then you go back and you do another treatment, it pulls up even more. So I recommend, again, start with 3 and about 3 to 4 weeks apart and see what we get. And then some areas, there are certain areas that just have more sun damage than others, and it may require more than three treatments. Some people do 1 and have an amazing result and not do another one. So it's really just, from person to person. But even if, you're not targeting specific pigment, the IPL is still really good at just far as like stimulating collagen and getting that glow back to your skin. And I love it. You can do them on the same day, honestly. And that's probably, favorite if somebody comes in and I'll do IPL and microneedling on the same day. That's perfect world if I can get that.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
What about some other treatments? Like I personally get Botox, and I've also had filler placed in my face. Like, what do you think about those kind of treatments?
Love them. I love it. I will say this. Botox, Dysport is a product that I really like as well. It's it's the same as Botox, just a different manufacturer. It's probably my number 1 procedure that I do. There's nothing that's going to mimic what it can do. So there's no cream, there's no treatment, there's no procedure that's going to give you the result that Botox or Dysport will do, because it literally makes your muscles not contract. So when your muscles contract, that pulls on your skin, which causes the lines and wrinkles.
Right.
When done naturally, I think it's amazing. I think,
Mm-hmm.
what people often notice is when it's done poorly and when it's done
Like
unnatural. Yes. And
too
people look,
Barbie like ish.
yes.
Right.
Yeah. And to each
Like
his own, like that's
artificial.
part of
Right.
what I ask when my patients come in, like, what kind of result are you wanting? Like, do you want to have a frozen forehead where you just can't move at all? Or do you want to show some natural expression? So I think when you lean more towards that natural look, that's when it's a little bit less obvious that you've done anything. People just think that you look refreshed.
Once you start doing Botox, though, do you have to continue to do it? Like you stop, it goes away, right?
It does. It's temporary. So it only generally lasts you about 3 to 4 months. And so it's definitely one of those treatments that if you like the results, you have to maintain it. But if,
Yeah.
if you just don't, then it will go away. It doesn't mean that you're going to age faster. um, a lot of times what happens is, let's say a woman does Botox for 5 years. She started when she was 35. And then at 40, she decides she's tired of spending the money and the time of doing it. And so she stops. And then she says, well, gosh, I look worse now than when I started. It's because I did Botox for so many years. But in reality is you're 5 years older. So
Right.
you've just aged. It doesn't, by stopping it is not going to cause any negative effects compared to if you've never started it at all. Um, so you can start it at, I don't want to say any age because I think, there are some ages are too young and some ages are too old.
Well, don't you think
To
that younger people are starting to get this done in their
Mhm.
20s? I mean,
Yes, they are. And I treat some ladies in their 20s and I do it case by case. Because everybody's different. Some people have extremely strong expression muscles. And
right,
so if I see like somebody's really strong, and then, sorry, if they are really strong, they're going to have set in lines by the time they're 30. And that's going to be hard to reverse. So I would rather go ahead and treat them in their 20s and prevent those lines from getting deeper and set in. And and that's more of a preventative treatment. Compared to somebody who comes in at 22, 23, and they don't, and they just kind of are hearing about other people doing it and they want it. And if I look at them and I don't really think they're ready, then I have that discussion with them and, don't really encourage them to get
hmm,
started on that journey that early. Um, and then, on the other end of the spectrum, I have to have conversations with ladies all the time and to say, well, we've kind of maxed out what it can do for you. At this point, your eyelids are just droopy. So surgery is going to be the only thing that really is going to make you look more refreshed. Like we can try,
right.
and if it
Yeah.
doesn't give you the result that we're hoping for, then, we've probably maxed out what it can do for you. Um, and so it's just a spectrum, and you have to assess everybody individually and be honest with them. Don't just.
Well, I mean, are there
Mhm.
risks if you do Botox or filler long term?
So I would say with Botox, not necessarily a risk. Some people they can build a resistance up to the product. So that's another reason why you don't really want to get treatment more frequent than every 3 to 4 months. Because if you're exposing your body more often, you're more likely to build up a resistance.
Right.
With filler, there's definitely more risk involved with filler just because you're talking about a tissue expander. So you're putting a gel inside tissue that can, sometimes if you put too much, it's going to stretch it out. Like an example is like if women or men put too much tissue or too much filler in their lips and it gets stretched out in time, that can have lasting effects where that tissue is just not going to go back to the way it was. The other issue is when it's being injected, filler can often, not often, but it can sometimes cause an occlusion of the blood flow if it gets inside of a blood vessel or if it's kind of pressing down on a blood vessel. and that leads to complications where the skin's just not getting the blood flow. And so that's why you have to make sure you go to someone who's well trained, not only how to
Okay.
do it, but also how to take care of that if it were to happen, and not just leave you with a problem to fix by someone else.
So dermaplaning, I know you can buy kits and do it at home,
Yeah.
or you can go to a professional. What do you think of the dermaplane in general, and like, should we do it at home, or should that be left to a professional?
So I love dermaplaning. It's and I think you can do it either way. Like, it's not that technical and complicated that you have to go to a professional to get dermaplaning. The systems that you can get to do it at home, I think, work really well in a pinch. And honestly, I will admit, I sometimes just use a good old disposable razor, and I'll shave my face because it's quick
Oh,
and easy, and I will do it sometimes when I get out of the shower, like, because your skin is just really dry and tight, that tight feeling. And so sometimes I'll just take a razor, and if I'm notice, like, I'm looking like I need to, I'll just shave quickly that way. Um, and then you can buy the at-home actual dermaplane blades, which I have used those too. I think they work well. I will say there is an advantage to coming in office and getting a professional dermaplane.
Yeah.
If you want to and you can spend the time and money to do so, because in
Yeah.
the office we can use a surgical blade, so it's much more precise, it's a lot sharper. So it's not something I would ever recommend to you to do to yourself at home with a blade
Yeah.
that sharp. But what happens is it just gets a much closer shave, and it's a better
Got it.
exfoliation. So
Yeah.
in a pinch, you can do it at home. I think, again, I do it at home on my own, and but I do prefer an in-office treatment. I think you get a better result.
Kim, I really appreciate you answering all these questions. I mean, there's so much we can talk
I
about. I
know.
just wanted to circle back really quickly and see. I don't even know if you'd want to say what you would recommend, but you said for your vitamin C serum that
Hmm.
you had a couple that you liked.
Yeah.
Would you share the couple of your
Mhm.
favorite?
Yes. So my absolute favorite that I use every day and sell at my practice is Skin Better Science brand, and the actual product is called Alto Defense. And it doesn't say vitamin C anywhere on the bottle, so it's a little confusing. But it's the Skin Better Science Alto Defense. I think I'm saying that right. Right now, I'm honestly drawing a blank, but it's in a little bit of a yellowish color bottle. So it's their only one that's yellow. And that's pricey. So it runs you like $195. So that's on the one end of the spectrum with vitamin C's. And then you can get vitamin C a little bit more reasonable priced, and the La Roche-Posay skincare line that you can get over the counter is a good option for their vitamin C. Um, so what you're looking for in a vitamin C is to make sure that it is protected from light and air. Because if you
Okay.
if you think about vitamin C as a piece of fruit, when you slice open, like you slice an apple or an orange, and
Yeah.
it's fresh and bright,
Yeah.
and then it lays out on the counter for a few hours, and then you go back and it's kind of brown and oxidized and not quite so fresh. That's kind of how your vitamin C serums will react when they're exposed to light and air. So you want to find it in a container where, like, it's not exposed to air or light. So an opaque container, twist up, dispense, anything like that is better than, in my opinion, a bottle where you're like opening it and it's exposed to light and air frequently. It's just going to help it stay stable a little bit longer.
And the other little thing I was going to say is that I told some girlfriends that I was going to be talking with you, and one of
Hmm.
my friends sent me a text message, and she said, "In my TikTok research, I'm generally confused about order of serums,
Yes.
and do the serums really work?"
Yes.
So you would say yes, right? Especially with this vitamin C.
Yes. So, okay. First of all, TikTok is dangerous because there's, oh my gosh, there's so much out there. There's so many serums, there's so many products. I mean, and it's starting to like target like these 10, 11, 12-year-old girls. So it's like,
Yes.
who
Yes.
knows what to believe and what actually works. And so I
Yes.
will tell you this in regards to what works, stick with the three that I told you. And I'm speaking just for women, between ages of 30 and up. Okay.
Okay.
When you're really wanting to target things that are going to slow down the aging process and produce as much collagen as you can.
Okay.
So the vitamin C, sunscreen is by far and away the most important. Like
Okay.
sun and smoking accelerate aging more quickly than anything. So if you can
Yeah.
avoid as much of those as you can, you're going to slow down the process. So your vitamin C and your sunscreen and your retinol. Now, as far as how to apply them, there's a general rule of thumb. You want to go with the most thin serum first, up to the
Then.
most thick. So thin to thick. And if it kind of makes sense if you just think about it, like if you have a real thick, heavy moisturizer and you put it on, and then you have a dropper bottle light serum solution, and you try to put that on over that thick, heavy moisturizer, it's just not going to be absorbed in as easily. So
Okay.
you want to start with whatever products are the thinnest first.
Okay.
Put those on and then layer it throughout to the thickest. And in regards
Okay.
to sunscreen, you want it to always be last and
Oh.
put it on last. And then if you want to wear makeup in addition to it, you can put your makeup on top of it. And I'm not a
Okay.
big fan, I'll have to say this because this is my soapbox. I'm not a big fan of people using makeup that has sunscreen in it. Like if that's the only
Oh.
sunscreen that you're
Yeah.
using. Now, unless it is a sunscreen that is tinted, because the main purpose of that product needs to be sunscreen.
Yeah.
A lot of people will use makeup that has like an SPF 15 in it, and they'll say, well, my makeup has sunscreen in it.
Oh.
It's just not enough coverage. You can use that makeup, but I want you to also use a sunscreen first. That is a better protective
Good tip.
sunscreen. Yeah. So,
That's a good
Very
tip.
good.
so sunscreens always last, and then makeup if you choose to wear makeup in addition to it. But other serums, just start with the thinnest one and move your way up until they're, the thicker the better.
Well, you've given us a lot of information. So we will share in our show notes your website.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that and we'll put that at the bottom. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, they can follow you on Instagram. We can give you your Instagram handle too, so people can reach out and find you and tap into your expertise.
I would love that.
You have
thank you, Kim.
so much to offer everyone at
Well,
this
thank you.
aging process.
It's not easy, but I love to talk about it, and I love to just help and see women feel better
Yeah.
feel better about how they look, which makes you just feel better.
Well, you look great. You look great.
I mean, when you feel good inside, it helps your outside feel good. And
Yes.
you look good outside, it helps your insides. It's just this whole thing.
It's full circle. Yes.
It
No,
is.
it is. It is.
100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, thank you all so much. It's been nice to meet you, Nancy and Kathy, and to see you again, Lynn.
Okay, y'all. That was such good information. Kim, I really appreciate you coming on, or we really appreciate you coming on. I think the three big takeaways for me was you have to wear sunscreen at least 30%.
Yeah.
And for the serums, you need a serum with vitamin C, and then you need to use retinol at night. So
Really
super
good
helpful.
information.
Super helpful, particularly the serums for me, because I think it's really confusing out there what to do, and I'm gonna try it and see if my skin likes it. All right, y'all. What's for dinner?
So I have what's for dinner tonight. It's going to be something a little different. We've been doing a lot of turkey, a lot of poultry lately. Today's recipe is barbecued hamburger / sloppy joes. This is a recipe from one of my sorority sisters, one of Kathy and I sorority sisters' mothers. It's one of those tried and true. Everyone I give this recipe to loves it. It's very easy, simple ingredients. And you can either cut it in half or you can take half of the recipe and freeze it. It freezes very well. So enjoy.
Good. Well, we want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please make sure to hit subscribe button so you can access all of our show notes and see all of our podcasts. Please also share our podcast with some of your favorite little fishes so we can grow. Please have a wonderful weekend. Sisters out.